Today, Amnesty International has published a new analysis of generative AI systems and the unlawful data collection practices that go into making them so ever expansive. So what does this mean for human rights? Generative AI systems such as GPT-3 by OpenAI, Google's Gemini, Meta's Llama, and tools by DeepSeek, Midjourney, and Stable Diffusion are touted as technologies of efficiency and progress. But in reality, they have a dark side that's not talked about often enough. When we look at how these systems are actually made, we see that they're powered by sweeping up enormous amounts of data, including personal data, that exists on the web. And this is data about you, me, and all of us. Our faces, bodies, art, conversations, and countless other records that exist on the public internet. And this is what powers these systems. And this is often collected without our knowledge and consent, making such data collection unlawful and the design of popular generative AI systems a mass invasion of privacy. And the development of such systems has expanded. They've also introduced complex supply chains, leaving a trail of human rights risks at every step of their production. There is no shortage of evidence on how large-scale generative AI systems reinforce and exacerbate existing inequities. Because as troves of datasets powering AI models increase, the presence of pre-existing hateful and discriminatory content fed into trained generative AI systems expand alongside with negative stereotypes and prejudices, especially along racial and gendered lines. As these systems scale, there's also heavy environmental costs of the data centers required to run these AI systems, the water required to cool them, and the fact that many of them are located in communities and on land that are often homes to historically marginalized communities. It doesn't have to be this way. Designing generative AI systems through the mass-scale collection of our personal data is a choice. Designing generative AI systems that introduce new forms of discrimination is a choice, and it's not an inevitable one. Those with power must act now before the harms from these systems become further normalized and entrenched. States must prohibit the production and use of standalone generative AI systems identified to have been built on unlawful web scraping and mass invasion of privacy by design, as well as to cease the use of those which exacerbate existing inequalities or create new forms of discrimination. Companies must also cease the practice of unlawful non-consensual web scraping of personal data for AI training purposes.